Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? I tell you what, I'm just leaving and I'm having such a great time because it's the summer feeling without the heat. It's sunny and beautiful. Look, here we are. We're gonna go up through this beautiful little garden again. Look at all the pansies and all the pretty bells. They're not sounding yet. There go my sunglasses. They're all nice and shading. Y'all, it's been a long week. Has it been a long week for y'all too? There's been so much to do and the weekend's even more full. It's almost like weekends aren't rest time anymore, are they? You almost got to recover from them on Monday morning. But my dad is going to have all kinds of tests on Saturday, but luckily his caretaker's helping with that. And then I'm going to be with him and do all kinds of stuff. And but I hope sometime this weekend, if it's not raining, I hope to start working on getting some of my flowers in the ground. You know, they always tell us in the South, you need to wait because you could have a late snow day. I'd bet $1 million we're not gonna have a snow day. I don't have $1 million. If I did, I'd pay for caregiving round the clock for my daddy. Right now we're moving to days only, and but yeah, that's what I would do with the money. All these people working outside. Isn't that great? We're so spoiled. There's so many nice places on property. But anyway, it never snows here. And when it does, it's like snowmageddon is what people call it, because we're so not used to it that we freak out. And it's not because we're stupid Southerners. Well, it is because we try to drive on ice. That's what the Northerners tell us, is they have ice too, they just don't try to drive on it. Did you just notice something? The sun just went out. Anyway, that's called a shadow. All right, so anyway, I am going to be hopefully next week receiving some of my Plan With Me stickers. I ordered like seven kits for all spring fun stuff with bunnies on it and flowers and just all kinds of wonderful pretty stuff. And but only one came today, and it was the 4th of July one. You know, it had kind of like a muted I'm switching hands. Y'all, look at this car. What say you? That's electric blue, isn't it? Anyway, anyway, it's got kind of like a muted flag, you know, like it looks like an old flag. And I want to use that for my 4th of July week spread. So even though you could use red, white, blue anytime. Okay, so here goes. I'm going to go up these stairs while I'm talking to you again. Y'all seen me do it before? I've done it before, I can do it again. Do you hear this noise right here? It's this bag. I put everything in a bag instead of my nice briefcase that I did a what's in my briefcase video. Oh my gosh, I forgot to upload it. I was gonna take it and upload it, and then I forgot. It looks dark again. Are y'all noticing this? Hey, how do my eyelashes look today? I feel like I did good. I've also developed this little mole thing right there. I don't know what. When you get older, all these little things pop out on your skin that were never there before. And you're always just trying to make sure that it's not skin cancer. So that's good. I am getting winded, and that's not good. But anyway, thank you. So what are y'all gonna do this weekend? Tell me what you're doing this weekend. And I hope for some of you, it's nothing, because sometimes we just want to rest, right? We don't want to have something to do. I think that means you're getting older. I don't know. That is what I think of me. Look. There's the briefcase. And what did I do instead? Hold on. A bag. A bag. Can you believe it? I'm exhausted. So I had a car wash yesterday, right? In the South, about this time of year, actually it's about a week late, but about this time of year, we call it the blanket of yellow. The yellow blanket of snow, the pollen blanket. It's called lots of things. But the bottom line is, oh, hold on. I gotta put on some safety belt so that, I mean, do you hear how that breath I am? Oh my gosh. I know we don't want to do that face, do we, Beth? Don't make a face. Don't make a silly face. Okay, that's what I say, my grandbabies. Make a silly face for Granny. And we all do that. We all go, you have to pull your nose up so it looks really funny. Like that. Hey, should we make our own YouTube face that we do? What does that mean? That means that you're gonna have to send a picture to my Instagram of faces, Beth Buchanan faces that are silly. Sometimes you have to be silly. Life is so serious. And people say, well, it doesn't have to be. Yes, it does. Sometimes when people are ill or have financial problems or relationship issues, it gets real serious. And so that's one of the main reasons I like to do my Bethy Bible devotions, is to remind you that if God is with you, better yet, if you're with God, God's always with you, y'all. But if you're with God, meaning if that's who you turn to in the crisis, I promise it won't overwhelm you. It stretches us, just like, you know, anything that's stretched grows, you know. Sort of like a sweater. Like, okay, so like I have my favorite Travel-Smith jacket from Coldwater Creek, and it's that kind of spandex jersey stuff. And I'll push up the sleeves to my elbows a lot, and because of that, I've kind of stretched out the sleeves to the point that they're not small enough on the bottom to hold up anymore. That was dumb and expensive. But what I would say about that is, when you stretch and stretch and stretch something, it grows, right? Well, I know you don't want to feel this way, but I think that's just the general way God set things up, that when we're stretched, and sometimes we would call stretched being stressed, and stretched becomes stress when we don't turn to God, because there is gonna be stress in life, but He can help that stressing just be a stretching that you grow in, and sort of like my sweater sleeves. But anyway, boy, that was deep, wasn't it? But it is, and also you have to have a sense of humor. I've had many friends, many friends who've had cancer, not just breast cancer, but all kinds of cancer. There is so many that have breast cancer. That's why I say not just breast cancer is bad enough, but what I mean is as many people as I know that have breast cancer, there's so many other ones that people have as well. And every one of them tell me the exact same thing when I ask them how they're doing, how are they getting through. We all want to know, because it's, you know, obviously you're being stretched. And they say it's really, really important what your attitude is, and also having a sense of humor. The Bible tells us that a cheerful heart is medicine to the soul, and that's very true. Matter of fact, when you can help people laugh, you're actually helping their health. You know, some people would say it's endorphin rush. God made endorphins. He knows what's rushing and what isn't. God made us to be in relationship and to be made healed. And that doesn't always mean that everybody's going to be healed of every single disease unless God says so. And there are reasons why He says no. Because obviously in this fallen world, we would never die if we don't have an accident, so there will be illnesses as well. And because death does have to close our life as in the flesh, but it doesn't have to close our life in the spirit. How did I get on this subject? But anyway, I guess because some of you guys need to hear this. I don't ever pretend to have all the answers. I just know the Word of God. I don't mean I know it like better than anybody else. I read it a lot, and I've challenged it a lot. I was going to say challenge God to help me understand it. You don't challenge God. I mean, well, some have. Who was it? Was it Joshua? Who challenged God and he dislocated his hip? And he never fixed it. How about that? What about Paul, the apostle? He asked God 3 times to heal him from some sort of what appears to be a stomach disorder. So many people get so into what was the disorder, what was it, or did he have a sexual temptation and he couldn't. It doesn't matter what it was. The point is that that there was something that really Paul felt was hindering him and was a real, whether it was a temptation or it was a daily trial, whether it was from something mental or something physical or even something spiritual. He asked God 3 times to heal him and God said no. Now let me tell you something. By the way, he didn't just say no. He said, my grace is sufficient for you. My grace, my desire for you more than you deserve. That's what grace is enough. And he did not remove the struggle with whatever it was. He just basically was saying, I'm in the struggle. I'm in it with you. There's purpose in it beyond anything you can understand. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. My ways are higher than your ways, meaning you just can't understand it. And when you try to understand it in a finite human mind, you just can't, and you get frustrated just like his little children want to wah, 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 and he's like, I know.